Hello and welcome. So in this video I'm going to talk about weird vehicles from Knaus Tabet, and the reason they are weird is because of availability and because Fiat Ducato is unable to deliver. There's also problems with other brands such as, to a lesser extent, with Mercedes, with Peugeot, with Citroën. But what is available is the VW Bulli, amongst others. And so what they've done is they've taken the availability of the vehicle and built the camper or motorhome around what is there. So that makes a lot of sense if you're interested in production. Nonetheless, a friend of mine who runs a dealership in this country is really wound up because he hasn't had any products from them for 2 years. And obviously he's still got his costs, he's still got wages to pay and rent to pay, but they're not delivering. So he's now looking for more reliable suppliers. How long is the waiting list? I don't know. This European Innovation Award overall concept van winner 2023, honoured by the leading European caravanning experts. Actually, I was on the jury for that. Not this year, but in the past I was. The thing is, I look at things such as practicality, and this is, well, as it looks absolutely great inside or outside, it's totally impractical because it's going to, this is cloth. You can't, the height with the roof down is here. That's how much space you've got. You know, if it's raining or something, you can't put the tent up. That's as high as it's gonna go. So you can't use that bed. You could get in. Well, you could get into the toilet. I suppose you could wash your hands. I mean, it's just. I mean, you could. Yeah. You could wash your hands. I mean, and could you use the toilet? And well, not really, because it's all gonna have to go somewhere. This all comes up, makes space for a shower down there. And there's a bed up here, but of course if the roof were down, this bed would be unavailable as well. And I believe when it actually is, the roof comes down, this bed has to actually come out as well, so the roof actually is almost on top of the bed. For space saving ideas, that is great, but for practicality in use and 100,000 euros almost in cost, then it is a different story. And you can see how it goes up with these struts inside. Hard roof, of course, but only cloth interior. Won't work very well in the winter. Now, as far as the tent in the roof is concerned, as a concept, I do have a certain amount of reservations, let's say, but I do appreciate the tents have been in roofs of vehicles now for as long as I've been, possibly longer than I've been on this planet. So they have a lot of history behind them. Now, this vehicle here also based on the Bulli VW, and this has, I would say it's like a container sort of thing. I don't mean that in a negative sense, but it's like a box which has been put on the VW base. Far more intelligent layout. Same price, 100,000 euros. Got a 98 litre fridge here. What it's got brilliant in is this enormous, under 6 meters, enormous storage area. You couldn't get a bike in there, but you certainly get all your wet clothes if you've been out skiing or something. You've got a reasonable toilet area. Sorry, a brilliant toilet for 6 meters. Sorry. Internal height. I'm standing out 2 meters. There's a bit of a gap. There's a step there taking you down to give you even more room. And you've got a bed. This is an option, by the way. It's not a bed which comes out and pulls across here, so that gives you that space. Now this is certainly, in my opinion, as far as design goes, far better, because you have to remember that motorhomes are actually used for driving down roads. and some of those roads are in Italy. And of course, you could say it's not going to work driving it down the road in Italy. It'll you just got to use it on the German motorway. Well, that's fair enough. But it's holds on the German motorway. Everything sort of moves and shakes and rattles and rolls. And you're just putting stuff out and moving things all the time. They get broken. And this is a major factor. And then we have to look at the reliability of getting things fixed. And Knaus Tabbert has an awful reputation from this. I get more complaints about this company than I do for any other. So with that in mind, that's how I see it. But this certain with the top there, the tent in, well, it's not a tent in the roof. The roof is a tent. That I see that as nothing but problems. That really to spend 100,000 euros on something which is not going to work for 6 months of the year is bit of an exaggeration. Germany, however, does have this number plate system, which is 0410. You can see it on the plates, which means it can only be used from the 1st of April until the 31st of October. And they pay less tax. Fair enough, you can only use it on the road for less time, and the insurance is cheaper as well. So it might be suitable for something like that. Now here we have the shower, which will move across, and don't even really, you know, I don't even want to show it to you just in case it breaks in my hand. I'm really concerned about that. This thing, so the shower's down there. You've got to move your bed out. You may say, ah, that's a pile of problems. Yeah, but the vehicle's only 6 meters in length, so maybe they're trying to put too many beds in, maybe to get rid of the bed at the back or something like that, and just use the bed up front. Maybe the bed up here, which is an option. Just one or two things there. Now, I've mentioned the purchase price. Well, I would strongly suggest that anybody did with a vehicle like this, all vehicles, never mind these ones, but rent it first. Don't even think about buying a van of this nature. I mean, 100,000. Well, this one's cheaper. It's only 90,000 euros. And whereas I do like these designs are only available in Knaus, not in any other brand. If they're considered workable, there's absolutely no doubt in my mind that would be copied. I'm just showing you this one here without the bed up front, what it actually looks like. So it's really, it look a bit like some homemade innovations to a certain extent. Okay, anyway, right, so I've said my bit there. I do like innovations on vehicles, but I'm thinking from a practical point of view, and being practical is what it's all about. If you want a vehicle just to show your neighbours and it looks good and bring them in and out, then fair enough. This'll do. This looks good, but as a vehicle which is going to be used on a regular basis, I strongly have my doubts. Now, of course, I live in a van. I live in it all the time, and I think I'm really thinking when I do this site that I'm thinking of people who live in the vehicle permanently or long term. So I do have these people in mind. I do appreciate that somebody might just want it for weekends. If you want it just for weekends, then rent it. It's far cheaper. I mean, you have there is a cut-off point. What is economically viable, and I would say that cut-off point depends on the vehicle. There's all sorts of calculations you have to do individually for each vehicle, but for a vehicle like this, I would suggest that your cut-off point would be after about, what, maybe 2.5 months. If you can use it for more than 2.5 months, then it might be worth considering purchasing. If of course you purchase it, then you can put all sorts of your own way of doing things into it. That's which is possible. push this back there to show you what that looks like, and that's there we go, there's the toilet. That is a large washroom in such a small vehicle. And down here, for example, I might be able to sit down. Let's sit down here. Oh, there's me. Oh, no, that's not me. There's me. And you can see, even you can stay sat down. I'm bent. My back's a bit bent, but you know, if somebody was sleeping up there, you could stay down here and keep drinking or whatever you're doing, playing chess, and that would be fair enough, I suppose. I mean, I like the ideas. Don't get me wrong, in the ideas, I do like the ideas. It's just that being practical, I try to present a practical point of view in my videos. And also another thing which I think is really important is I'm completely independent. Nobody's financing me, supporting me. Nobody's paying me good money to say good things about them. So I believe very strongly that the objective of what I'm doing is to tell you the truth. And so that is why you will find me being far more critical than other people who are just perhaps repeating what the manufacturers want them to say. Another problem with Knaus Tabet is, of course, that there's very strong quality issues on it, and I mean, I have intervened in the past on many occasions, and I know the company just couldn't care less. So I'm even sending things to the managing director, just doesn't respond to me. So there you have it. Strongly, from a quality point of view, I don't recommend it. From a practical point of view, I don't recommend it. It maybe if you're buying to show your neighbours what it looks like, then and it's going to sit in your drive and not do anything, that's great. Then get one of these. If you're thinking of using it for sleeping in and moving around in, then I'll get something else. Thanks for watching.